like, what's the story on OG Mack and that paperwork in the feds? Like, how did that come about with that paperwork?
To be honest with you, man, when I got the ADX in 2012, I bumped into a homie because they put me in the box. I owe some box time. Because a lot of people don't know ADX still got a solitary box in it, even though you lock down 23 hours a day. I know it don't make no sense, but it do. And we were speaking about OG Mack, and I'm telling them, like, yo, the boy hot. The homie stops me and said, yo, bro, you got paperwork on it? I said, nah, but I could get it. He said, okay, until you get it, you can't speak on it, bro. He said, on top of that, man, Pete already said ain't nothing's happening to Mack until we see paperwork, black and white. Unfortunately, I had to go back down for a new case for the body I caught at MDC Brooklyn. And I bump into the bros, you know what I'm saying? I'm chopping them with them, and the paperwork lands in my hand.
When you say body, you caught a man down, a homicide in jail.
Yes. And that was an accident, to be honest with you. I was trying to knock this dude out, and I ended up hitting him, and he levitated a little bit and hit his head and bust his head, man. It wasn't like my intentions was really to kill this dude, but he ended up dying. And that was one of the things that changed my life, because that 10-second decision could have cost me a life bid.
How did you, like, what was your emotions? Because it's like me being in jail. I know when we get it on, we out for blood, but a fist fight actually turned into a nigga getting his TV turned off. Snot box rocked, hit him in the head with the. Why his phone got a ring while we recording?
And you know what's so crazy? She gonna call it back. Let me see if I can turn it off real quick.
So yeah, how does that work? Like,
you know,
what was your feelings like?
Okay, first and foremost, if I was trying to kill somebody, I probably would have had a knife or a razor or something. And I was known for cutting people in my early days on Rikers Island. Very known for that, even up north. But that wasn't my intentions. So when it happened, I was still upset. My adrenaline was pumping. So I was like, damn, look what you made me do. Because I'm blaming, I'm 30 years old at this time. So I'm still transforming into a level-minded person. So everything was his fault as far as I was concerned. That was just my sadistic mindset at the time. And it was years later, that I had to really start learning myself.
Well, hold up. How did the fight start?
Oh, my God, bro. When I say the most pettiest shit in the world, we was playing dice.
In jail.
Right, and the funny shit was I lost, and I think I owed them like $30. The crazy thing is I had about $2,000 worth of food in myself. But because they did some bullshit when I left to do something, and I came back, I didn't like it, so I just made them wait. And then I told them, nah, matter of fact, give me a list. When we go to the store, I'm just going to grab you some stuff from the commissary. And that's what it was. They had gave me some soap powder or something, whatever, when they changed the rules or whatever, and they wasn't taking it no more, but I want all this soap powder. So I was like, all right, cool. I ain't going to take this back. When I go to commissary, I'm just going to get y'all all bullshit. And I made him wait. So when he come with a list. And I'm like, yo, bro, we ain't have no agreement about no list or nothing. As I look to the side, I see his man posted over here. I see another man posted over there. I said, oh, they trying to line the kid. I take so off. Boom, immediately. Hit him with one hit. The other two hits don't even connect. You can see the videotape of it. He levitates, he hit his head, boom. His eyes go back. I said, oh man, I caught a body. I'm sick. I ain't cop out. I blew trial to 235 months for a gun charge. So in my mind, I'm saying to myself, this is crazy right here. My life is over for real. That's 19 years and 7 months. 235 months. I'm 30 years old. Now a body is over. So again, 10-second decisions. can cost you a lifetime decision, man. And I was lucky, and when I say lucky by the grace of God to come back on my pill, you know, everybody ain't that fortunate. Everybody can't show their paperwork and say they came back the right way. So that was the difference on me in my situation. But going back to what you was asking, you know what I'm saying, the paperwork with OG Mack, while I'm down there for court for that case, I come across the paperwork. So when I first come back to the ADX and I get my property, the first person I sent it to was Benny Gorgeous, the Italian monster, because that's who I was on the tier with. He reads it, he passes it around to King Blood, Jeff Ford. Now Pete is on the other side in the control unit at this time, so Pete never get a chance to see the paperwork. But by this time, the paperwork is made. People make copies. They slurping it around because OG Mack is a person that, for some reason, a lot of people didn't like him in there neither. But
well, Pete did like him, and
no, this is what I would say with Pete, man. Pete respected him
for the work he put in the start
and building blood.
Right.
So his loyalty was to blood. And the way Pete looked at it was, regardless of what, and so you show me some paperwork, there's still a big homie, man.
Right.
See, Pete lived by codes, morals, and principles when it comes to certain things. And he followed his guidelines. So at the end of the day, he's standing on
old school rules.
Old school rules, how he came up. And, you know, me being who I was, you know what I'm saying, I basically had to fall into position with certain things. And what I mean by that is this, because a lot of people don't like to pay homage, man. Pete was there before me. Pete had a name. He was a stand-up dude. He was a solid dude. So at this time, he's the big homie. King Blood, same thing. He was a big homie.